Listen, this is not college football. In the NFL, the Houston Texans had the Cowboys beat and had the Kansas City Chiefs beat. There are great players all over this sport, and Kansas City almost lost yesterday, but we saw this throughout this weekend more than any weekend this season. The great quarterbacks may have played poorly, may have been behind, may have had a blizzard. The great quarterbacks pulled their teams to win yesterday. Trevor Lawrence, Herbert, Mahomes. Mahomes was 36 of 41, 88% completion percentage against an NFL team. It's the greatest day ever for a quarterback in NFL history with over 40 attempts. At one point at the end, he completed 20 straight throws. That's impossible in the NFL. We now take him for granted. I think he's going to win one, probably two more Super Bowls. It's really hard. You need your left tackle. You need your Mike linebacker. You need a lot of help. You need health. Brady was very lucky. Rarely did he go into a Super Bowl missing multiple starters. Mahomes went in missing both tackles. He got blown out. But Aaron Rodgers, just to give you a sense of how great Mahomes is, Aaron Rodgers lost his best receiver. They went into the tank, the toilet. Mahomes lost his best receiver. Some would say a better receiver. He leads the NFL in passing yards and passing touchdowns in the significantly better AFC. Aaron lost his guy, toilet. Mahomes lost his guy. He may be better. He is so far blown past like Aaron Rodgers. No, he's not going to win 7 Super Bowls. Again, Jordan went 6 for 6. In Jordan's era, the Pistons and the Celtics got really old. So did the Lakers, and there was never another great team. Had Jordan been in the West, he didn't get to 6 finals, but that's just the way it worked out. But if you watch LeBron, I watched them both live. LeBron's bigger and stronger than Michael, better passer, better shooter, just a better overall player, Swiss Army knife. But he's not going to go 6 for 6, right? That's not going to happen. It didn't happen. Mahomes is not going to win 7 Super Bowls. Let's be honest. The division Brady was in was mostly garbage quarterbacks, garbage coaches. You know, Mahomes is going to have to go up against Justin Herbert. Russell Wilson may turn it around. Derek Carr's not bad. But what you get with Mahomes is remarkable. You get all the big swings and risk without the mistakes. It's as if Aaron Judge never strikes out. It's incredible. Aaron Rodgers, you don't get the risks. He often plays it safe. Josh Allen, you get the big risks, but you get mistakes. With Mahomes, he's the home run hitter who doesn't strike out. Arm, IQ, size, mobility, coachability. The only knock I have on him is mechanics occasionally go sideways. It's my only knock on LeBron. He'll occasionally go into a funk with his free throws or three-point shooting, but it's brief. And with Mahomes, it's brief. But let's never take this kid for granted. Yesterday, throwing to his 3 favorite targets in an NFL game on the road, a team that had Kansas City and Dallas beat. Kelsey, Juju Smith-Schuster, and McKinnon. 28 for 28. I mean, and you're trying to talk yourself into Daniel Jones. 28 for 28 in an NFL game. Total package, he's the best quarterback I've ever seen. LeBron's the best basketball player. Total package I've ever seen. You can't get, the Super Bowls matter. He's got one. LeBron's got several. But athletes are getting bigger, stronger, faster, and more talented. Mahomes is so good now. He lost his best receiver in the tougher conference, in a tougher division, and he's better. All time. I think one of the reasons that people watch this show or have followed me for years is I try to add context and kind of take most of the emotion out of it. Like everybody else, I can make a mistake. I can be too hyperbolic, but add some context. So I do want to go back to Saturday night because I said going into it, you know, we've got a story on Tua where everybody wants him to go to the Pro Bowl, and I'll get to that in a second. But let's add context to that game. The weather was not a factor until 6 minutes to go. So Miami got a break. Miami also had the better game plan, the better offensive coach, the 2 fastest wide receivers arguably in the league. Jalen Waddle was unguardable, and Tyreek Hill. They had Tua had unbelievable run support. And he went like 17 of 30. Josh Allen had no run game. 5 years in, Sean McDermott still hasn't built up a reliable run game or an offensive line, often running for his life. And Gabriel Davis, boomer bust, you never know what you get. But when the blizzard moved in with 5 or 6 minutes to go, Josh Allen put a cape on and won that game. So let's give this context. Tua didn't screw it up. Josh Allen won it. Yesterday, Mahomes won it. Herbert won it. Trevor Lawrence won it. That's the standard to be great. Now, Miami's been so average and awful for years, mostly average, not awful, that the standard is he's not screwing it up. I agree. When you give him that game plan and that run support, and you got to break with weather and those weapons and that speed, he's more than capable of going 17 for 30. Tebow won 7 straight. He just didn't screw up the Broncos defense and Matt Prater and a decent run game. Tua is an easy quarterback and an easy kid to root for and a great story to root for. But Josh Allen won the game. And when the weather got really bad, it was like Josh Allen got better. Josh Allen won the game. If you have the right franchise quarterback, Burrow won the game. Herbert won the game. Mahomes won the game. Trevor Lawrence won the game. It's not, they were capable. They didn't screw it up. That's Daniel Jones. Here's the context I'll add. This is as simple as I can make it. When Tua returned from an injury in Week 7, he faced 5 straight games against non-playoff teams. In those games, he went 5-0, and he looked like a Pro Bowler. He was remarkable. Pittsburgh, Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland, Houston. Woo! And then the last 3 he's played against playoff teams. 0-3, completing less than 50% of his throws, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. To the left, for our television audience, he played non-playoff teams. To the right, he played playoff teams. You got to be better than he didn't screw it up. This weekend was the classic example of have and have-nots. Most have-nots get their have-nots. But if you're constantly talking about play calling, you don't have the right guy. Because I didn't like Buffalo's play calling. I never think they have an offensive identity. I didn't like the Chargers' play calling. I can never figure out their offensive identity. Both have defensive head coaches. But Herbert and Allen just, put a cape on and win the game. It's not a shot at Tua. Miami outcoached him, out-game planned him, had better running, and lost. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.